All right, stop what you're doing for 1 second. If you hold XRP, what's about to happen on June 17th could flip the entire game. I'm serious. This isn't just some random date on the calendar. This is the kind of momentum that people look back at and say, damn, that was it. We're talking about a possible green light for a spot XRP ETF. And yeah, I know we've heard ETF talks before, but this time it's different. The SEC just approved NASDAQ's crypto settlement index. That includes XRP. They validated the price. Liquidity is there. And suddenly, the door for institutional money is wide open. Think about what happened when Bitcoin's ETF dropped. Price exploded, volume spiked, and the narrative shifted overnight. XRP could be the next. And guess what? We've got a narrow window before this decision drops. In this video, I'm breaking it all down. What's coming, what it means for the price, and why June 17th might be the turning point for XRP holders everywhere. Stick with me. This one is big. Bitcoin, $105,724. It's currently flat on the 24-hour chart. Ethereum coming in at $2,508. It's currently flat as well. Crazy to see that now, isn't it? XRP, though, it's on the move. Yeah, buddy. It's up 3.75% in the past 24 hours, coming in at $2.27. You love to see it. Now, folks, if you are new to this channel, this is the brand new channel. Make sure you hit that follow button. It's free. It helps me out. Hit the thumbs up. This is the Bullwinkle Blueprint. Over 10,000 views, or close to 10,000 views yesterday on the channel, but only 872 subscribers. What's going on out there? Hit that follow button. In the bottom right of the video, you will see it. Help support the channel and help rebuild the brand. And we got this. We talked about this yesterday. This was the video that blew up. This is the NASDAQ green lighting the crypto settlement index. This is huge. This is your first step to your XRP ETF. But they also talked about now Solana, Cardano, XLM, and XRP. So what this does is it verifies the standardized price data for those assets. This is exactly the type of structure that the traditional financial products like your ETFs need before they can get approved. So check the little box off. Check step one, done. Think of it like the SEC saying, these prices are reliable enough for Wall Street to build products on. Why does this matter? The big picture here, simple. Liquidity is now confirmed. Institutions, they need deep, stable liquidity to feel confident. This index validates that. This moves signals that the SEC is starting to warm up to altcoins beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. Just like we saw Bitcoin Ethereum's ETF launch after similar approvals, we are now about to see Solana, Cardano, XLM, and XRP all get their ETFs approved. So what does it mean? It's simple. The clock is ticking. At some point, now that can be on the 17th of June, and we're about to get into what happens on the 17th of June, we could get that first approval, or we can see it a little bit later this year. Because remember, the SEC, they have to either approve or deny within a 240-day window. Now, they can do what they did to Bitcoin, kick the can down the road to the last minute, deny it, restart the process, or with the new administration that has stepped in and where crypto is going and how it's starting to go mainstream, they can knock out all the nonsense and they can see that step one is done for this liquidity index. And now they can grant these massive institutional players the ETFs that they are looking for. So this isn't just noise here. This is the infrastructure being laid before the main event. If you've been waiting for a sign that altcoin legitimacy is coming to TradeFi, this is it. This is 100% it. So what are we looking at here? Very simple. Franklin Templeton, 1.4 trillion in assets. They filed their S1 for an XRP ETF back in March of this year. About 3 months ago, they filed for an XRP ETF. When we come over here and we ask Gronk, tell us about these ETFs, you can see all these beautiful ETFs listed. And man, we're going to talk about what that's going to do to price. You see Franklin Templeton right here, filed on March 11th, 2025. The SEC acknowledged it that month, which is huge. Usually it takes them quite some time just to acknowledge it, because remember, when they acknowledge it, that countdown begins. So October 25th, 2025, with a prior delay setting a review deadline of June 17th. Franklin Templeton's ETF would track XRP's price with Coinbase custody as the custodian and the CBOE BZE exchanges as their trading platform. So June 17th, they have the deadline. So now, what does that exactly mean? Well, I'm going to tell it to you. So this isn't the final decision date, but this is the next review deadline. During this time, so on the 17th, we are going to find out one of two things here. Either the SEC will delay the decision of the ETF and push it back to their final date in October, or they will approve it. The SEC, remember, they often approve ETFs before the final deadline. They did it with Bitcoin back in January 2024. They approved it before the final deadline. If the momentum, the liquidity, and legal clarity are aligned, June 17th could be a green light day. I don't know about Solana, Cardano, or XLM because I don't know where they are as far as the legal process, but the liquidity is there. You just seen with the approval of the liquidity index. The legal clarity 100% is there. So everything is lined up. This could be the day we get our first ETF from a massive, massive asset manager live on XRP. So keep your eyes on June 17th. If approval doesn't come in, well, just expect one last delay. In October, we're going to get the answer. But then the clock is officially ticking. So big deal. Everyone's like, we get an XRP ETF. What happens? Everyone's like, we got futures and nothing's happens. Remember, futures are just contracts. They do not have to hold XRP. It's a piece of paper being moved back and forth. A spot ETF, they physically need to buy XRP. So when we look at an XRP spot ETF, this would allow major institutions, we're talking pension funds, asset managers, hedge funds, to gain exposure to XRP without having to have crypto wallets. Huge. We could expect billions in inflows, similar to what we saw in Bitcoin's ETF. This kind of liquidity flood could drive XRP's price towards that double digit, potentially $5 to $10 in the early phase of just one spot ETF, folks. Let me remind you, there's 17 others that are waiting to get approved. XRP's daily volume could spike dramatically as these ETF products help rebalance portfolios, traders front run flows, and arbitrage opens up between the global markets. Increased liquidity, you get tighter spreads, more efficient markets, more confidence in the markets. CME or other future markets might follow to support institutional hedging. Now remember, when XRP's future contracts came out, it was the second largest future contracts in trading on day one, right behind Bitcoin. It 4x'd what Solana did. And when, not if, when XRP does get its ETF, remember, XRP is no longer just a cryptocurrency. It becomes a regulated financial instrument that strengthens Ripple's global partnerships with banks and payment firms, and it could help fast track RLUSD adoption, central bank integrations, and cross border corridors. June 17th, keep your eyes on that day. Make sure you like and follow the new channel, folks. A lot of you watching, forget and hit that follow button. I get it. I do the same thing. Go ahead, smash it now. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Is the SEC going to approve a spot ETF for XRP on June 17th? Or are they going to kick the can down the road until October? I'm going to leave it like that. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll catch everyone on the next one.